One of the most tragic things about Apex Legends is that our longest lasting memories in games are often not the comebacks or the final ring clutches, but instead acts of betrayal that you can neither forgive nor forget because they leave an etched scar in the recesses of those pesky databanks that are impervious to deletion, and that's what happened to me today. My name's Ragtag, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and as we flew down to the surface of the Broken Moon, I did not yet realise that one of these squad mates would later stab me in the back with a disgusting betrayal that would leave me utterly speechless. Valkyrie had dropped us in the hot zone, so we'd be fighting for our lives from the get-go, and Fuse is about to find himself facing down a full squad of 3.
Nice.
The Atmos station was ours. Fuse now knew that I'd walk through the stinkiest gas on the planet to save him, and we speedily looted the area before Valkyrie cleared the skies for takeoff.
Alert 5, ready to scope this quadrant out here.
To combat and glory! But Fuse wasn't quite ready for either. Fortunately, I had a patient teammate.
Keeping an eye on. This is your last call for liftoff.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Get over here, we're burning enough fuel for an interstellar adventure and... Welcome to Fast Alex's Airways. Fasten your seatbelt, shut your mouth, and land on as many teams as possible. The Promenade was fated to house our next encounter, and with half the squads remaining, I was still under the impression that my teammates would do for me as I did for Fuse, so I pushed W on my keyboard with zero caution whatsoever. But could my teammates catch up before I was sent back to the lobby in a tin box? We'll find out. But first, today's video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, and if you've been wondering why I play it so much, it's because every player gets a unique experience from the champions that they summon to battle and tackle a PvE campaign, dungeons, and PvP arena. There are over 600 champions to collect and multiple factions, one of which is the High Elves, a proud and noble race who almost lost everything thanks to the corruption of a Dark Lord, luring many elves to shadow magic and causing a brutal civil war, dividing the victorious High Elves from the Dark Elves who were eventually defeated and cast out. But Raid is designed to be played your way, so at times you can force an uneasy alliance between the elves and have them team up against the challenges in this game, where you slay your enemies for loot, upgrade those artifacts to develop champions as you see fit, and conquer the realm. Now's the best time to get started in Raid because there's a new faction called the Sylvan Watchers with amazing new champions, and if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get exclusive rewards to bolster your account. Download Raid to your mobile phone or PC using my QR code or link in the description. It's completely free to play. New players will get a free starter pack with almost $30, a free champion, Hyena, and this awesome in-game loot. You will find your rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Where were we? I pushed the W key and hope my teammates catch up before I got metamorphosed into a death box. Significant combat was confirmed as this conflict was now a multi-squad battle, but the strategy hadn't changed. I deserved that elimination because you'd have been dead if it wasn't for... Okay, let's just move on. Then I was about to finally discover the location of all those footsteps. A revive underneath and a whole load of danger, but I felt compelled to stick to the plan. Thank goodness for the digi threats, and while we had plenty of loot to recover with, we were given a reminder that this battle wasn't over. Snipers pinning us down, but Valkyrie had Overwatch and gave me the opening I needed. just keep my enemies in Valkyrie's crosshairs, maybe, just maybe, we could pull this off. I was down, fuse was out, but Valkyrie hadn't given up on us. Yeah, you thirsty monster, you'll not be taking me out. Turned out that the ring would do it instead. I congratulated my teammate on his clutch victory over our opponents, and our banners were recovered. There were now only 2 squads left, and the level 3 ring left Valkyrie with a choice: get us outside the ring now while it was quiet, or head to the safety of the next zone. And now definitely wasn't the time for a gutter tier moment. Enemy nearby, time was running out. This was an odd choice of respawn, but the only emotion you should feel when given a second chance for an endgame is gratitude. But the question is, can you feel grateful while the flesh is torn asunder from the boiling ring? Well, we made it with an L star in the bag, but now we were trapped on the wrong side of the valley, and while there were little ledges we could climb up and maybe sneak around, surviving round 4 without heals or a heat shield would be certain death.
If we wait for my ult, we'll be fine.
It's okay, we were going to be fine if it weren't for another team about to fight us for our patch of dirt.
It's on 85%.
This was it. The ring was about to close, and if we were going to get out of here, then it had to be now. Pop it here, Valkyrie. It might be too high, but it's worth a shot.
Alert 5, Valkyrie on station. We are go for burn. Main engine burn.
Sorry! No!
Our teammate left us to burn on the jagged terrain of the Broken Moon. And while admittedly I was laughing quite a lot here and didn't originally know what Valkyrie said to me on takeoff, regardless of it being an accident, it was still a stone-cold manoeuvre to be on the raw end of. But even though our part in this game was over, perhaps we might still achieve victory. Fuse didn't care about the result and bailed, leaving only me for moral support. And what did I conjure? You go this. What a compelling and uplifting speech before my teammate has to face a full squad of 3. We tried, we died, but I wasn't done seeking victory for Scotland with my brethren Legend Horizon at the helm, dropping hot into the action with enemies all around us. It was a race to the supply bins.
An enemy landed.
No guns? Oh boy. Where do you think you're going, Ash? Get back here and fight me! Fight me! Wait, now is not the time for Mortal Kombat. We'll deal with you later. Octane down, and as I covered the revive, something else was uncovered.
This isn't ragtag, is it? Maybe.
There was still one member of that enemy team, but they were probably miles away by now. Hello there.
Rock talk? Yeah, man, it's me.
I don't think my teammate could hear me, but that didn't matter. What mattered was I had a second chance to take out that supply bin competitor from the start of the game. It was the same Ash that we tried to burn before. Let's try a different method. Ash's teammates were desperate to revive her. Will you just Please, die! Now, when attempting to drop 4,000 damage as a gutter tier gamer in Apex Legends, it helps if the matchmaker shows leniency and gives you a bunch of winnable fights, and it's important to point that out here because our next opponents were not the type we were after at all. Out of shields, enemies had good aim. I couldn't break through their defenses due to their positioning. We needed to knock one of them or this would be over. Okay, it's over, but only until I get some loot. Desperate for shields, we made our way to a looted zone, but the crafter would become our saviour for batteries, even if it meant lighting our positions up like a Christmas tree to squads nearby. New team, and they decided they wanted their presence early. We couldn't afford to lose any more ground with our backs to the ring. This was it. Octane pushed W and padded just as I needed to heal. He was alone. Pathfinder zipped away from the fight and sought to rescue Octane's banner, leaving me to 1v2. Just as well I'm hitting my shots today. Was this another betrayal or just a horrible misunderstanding? Either way, Pathfinder held the keys to this game in his hands. Reviving! He did it, but before we moved an inch, I had to solve this heavy ammo problem and solve it now. This respawn would be like blowing the horn of Helm Hammerhand for every team left in this game, and they wouldn't have to travel far to find us either. Craver. Tried to tell Octane there was a bunch of free loot below, but enemies were above. I really wanted that Craver, and if you're not going to take it, pal, I will. Whoa! It was time for the end game, and there was only one way to reach both 4,000 damage and actually win. Yeah! Our enemies had the perfect position. We needed to get up that hill or our chances of victory were in the dust. But perhaps I could give us the opening we needed. Now we could charge the hill. Let's go, boys! I said, let's go, boys! Boys? Come! They had likely revived and healed up by now, and Pathfinder was in a horrible position, especially if enemies came from behind. Maybe I should have gone back down, but those above might see below, and there was no chance of a round 4 revival without heat shields, no respawn beacons. Pathfinder was gone. I was disgusted with myself for not at least trying, but the only concern now was, did I have enough shield batteries for the end game? Let's hope so.
Shield battery here.
Thank you. Another squad is it? I've got that area covered. Charging on my shields.
That Kraber encounter was enough to tell me that this would be the toughest final battle of the season so far, and the shrinking zone made me regret holding onto this sniper rifle for so long. Down. I'm not leaving my teammate this time.
Bad guys, let's go.
I should have left him and gone down the ramp. Oh well.
I'm sorry, dude. Well, let's just say I'm no better than you. Alright, good game.
The teammate that ended up throwing the game for that last match was in fact me. Close to hitting a 4K, but some bad decisions and superior opponents foiled that attempt. Hope you enjoyed the video more than I enjoyed making it. Goodbye.